Hello everyone, we are here in the fourth part of photoelectric effect. In this part, we will see laws of photoelectric emission and why wave theory is unable to explain the phenomena of photoelectric effect. In first, second and third part of video, we have seen what is the photoelectric effect and experiment done by Lenard and Millikan in connection with the photoelectric emission. Here in the experiment given by Lenard and Millikan, in which we have seen in the second and third part of a video lecture, in which when light is fallen on a plate, photoelectron emits, and due to current, a photocurrent I is flown. This current is dependent on, in the experiment, due to increase in light, that is the intensity of light. So, by this observation, the first law is made, that is rate of emission of photoelectric electron from plate P1, it was directly proportional to the intensity of light fall on plate P1. This is the more light fall on plate, more photoelectron emitted. As a result, photocurrent increases. The second observation is obtained by Millikan and Lenard by his experiment, that it is maximum kinetic energy of photoelectron emitted in this experiment is independent. See the term independent. Independent in what? This is independent on intensity of light fall on the plate. Suppose it is intensity of light is denoted by I. It is the second observation in the experiment, and it is known as the second laws of photoelectric emission. If maximum kinetic energy of photoelectron is independent on intensity I, then on what it depends? The experimental observation is obtained in the experiment. Once more see the diagram, and you are requested to see all three previous parts to understand clearly the fundamental. So, maximum kinetic energy of photoelectron increases with increase in frequency of incident light on plate P1, and this is known as a third law in this. But it is also obtained during the experiment that when the frequency of incidental light, if it is decreases, in that condition frequency of incident light below a certain limit, this certain limit, below a certain limit, no emission of photoelectron. See very carefully. This is the frequency of incident light below certain limit, no emission of photoelectron, and this frequency is called threshold frequency. Now see here, the fifth law is there is no delay between what? There is no delay between incident of light on plate and emission of photoelectron. No delay. As light incident, photoelectron emit, circuit becomes complete. Right? So this is also one of the laws of photoelectric emission. So total law here is divided in 5 parts. Part number 1, that is rate of emission of photoelectron directly proportional to the incident of intensity of light falling on it. Maximum kinetic energy of photoelectron is independent of intensity of light. So it is dependent on Ek max on frequency of incident light, the third one, and below a certain frequency no emission of photoelectrons. See in the black color, that frequency is known as minimum frequency on which the photoelectron emit. Below that no emission of photoelectron is called threshold frequency. And the fifth law, there is no delay between incidental of light and emission of photoelectron. Right. Now the second part of the lecture, failure of the wave theory. This failure of the wave theory is in connection with explanation of photoelectric emission process. Right. When these laws and experiment of Lenard and Millikan come into existence and their observations, and on the basis of this, these are the conclusion obtained. Right. At that time, the wave theory, their explanation was on the top, because wave theory is successfully explained the phenomena of interference, diffraction and polarization. These three phenomena clearly explained by wave theory of light. But this observations which is obtained in this experiment is completely this theory, wave theory, was unable to explain. Why it was unable to explain? It has three important reasons. Reason number 1, 2 and 3. So let us come on the first explanation on which the wave theory was completely unable to explain the phenomena of photoelectric effect. According to the wave theory of light, when light travel, see very carefully, light travel, during the travel, the distribution of energy in space is equally distributed. Equally distribution of energy during the propagation of light, according to wave theory, its travel we are knowing in the form of wave front. Light travels in wave front, in form of wave front in a forward direction. It is the tagline of the wave theory. Uniformly distribution of energy in the space, and when this uniformly distributed energy falls here on the plate, here this is the source, light fall on this, equally distribution of light, so lights fall on it. If intensity increases, so more energy is falling on this, so more emission of electron. It means gives that this wave theory explains that if intensity of light increases, the photoelectron must be increase. More photoelectron must emit, photocurrent must increase, but it is against with the observation obtained. More photoelectron emit, but it is not obtained. Photoelectron, number of photoelectron emitted is independent on increasing the intensity of light. So, second law, see carefully, on increasing the intensity of light, no change in the kinetic energy of the photoelectron emitted. More photoelectron must be emit on increasing the intensity of light, that is given in the first law, but kinetic energy of individual photoelectron, listen very carefully, is independent of intensity of light. So, see wave theories, so see this both opposite views. Light travel, distribution of equal energy, because light travel in form of wave front. So, in that condition, due to increase in the light, I increases according to this theory, kinetic energy of photoelectron must increase, but it not happen. What is happening? See, in the second law, it is independent. So, this is the first reason why wave theory is unable to explain the phenomena of photoelectric effect. Now, see the second explanation why wave theory is fail. According to wave theory, any frequency if incident on plate, due to incident on this condition is only for successful emission of photoelectron. Any frequency can emit photoelectron, but see the fourth law. Below a certain limit, there is no emission of photoelectron as threshold frequency. If any frequency is able to emit the photoelectron by the wave theory, equally distributed, energy is there. So, emission can be increased by increasing. If more energy required to emit electron, more intensity is sufficient to emit, but practically it is not possible. That is why this theory is unable to explain. This is the second reason behind it. This theory is completely fail to explain the phenomena of photoelectric emission. Now, see the third. Now, see the third important logic why wave theory is completely failed to explain this phenomena. So, third theory speaks that when light travel in this medium and incident on a plate, so in that condition the incident light is very feeble. When it is very feeble, an incident here on this plate P1, in that condition, it has a sufficient time. It must take sufficient time to emit electron. This electron is a photoelectron. So, it must take a time. So, if energy is less there, so it will take a time for a longer period to complete the energy to emit electron. So, it must take sufficient time, but see the fifth law. What is experimental observation in the fifth? There is no delay between incident light and emission of photoelectron. As light falls, photoelectron emits. So, this is also against the observation explanation on the wave theory of light. That is why all three reasons behind to failure of the wave theory, right. So, wave theory was completely 100% unable, failed to explain the phenomena of photoelectric effect. Now, in the coming lecture, fifth lecture, we will see which theories successfully explain the phenomena of photoelectric emission. That theory is quantum theory of light given by the Planck's.